Aloha.
You guys excited?
Let's go.
Yay, let's go surfing.
Oh my god. So Leslie, do you like Hawaii so far?
Dude, Hawaii's great. I'm drowning in all this.
Oh, you can't say that either, bro. Morning, what's up?
Welcome to Cold Break.
Moving to my own drum, leave before the sun comes. I was gonna make this count, bleeding for the sake of someone else's pay stub, hoping this would.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be going over a day in my life as a software engineer in Hawaii. So I've been in Hawaii for the past month because I've been traveling nomadic in different places, including Seattle and California and now Hawaii, due to the fact that a lot of software companies are now work from home. Keep in mind that I've been very COVID cautious too, and so I've been trying to get tested basically once every month, and also wearing my mask out every day, and when I'm traveling just making sure that I have the right equipment and traveling safe. But I only been traveling around like once a month, so it's been pretty okay. But all those things aside, it's been really amazing because last year I was able to gather up 7 of my other software engineering friends, and we decided to get this giant Airbnb in Hawaii, and it's been super amazing so far. This Airbnb is super big. There's 7 bedrooms, so one of us shares, but everyone else has their own bedroom. But it's been super cool because I've been able to work with a lot of my friends, and working with a lot of my friends have made me so much happier, because when I was working alone it was just so much harder to be able to concentrate and focus on my work. But I think I'm a lot better at working with other people, so like it's not necessarily just like working with other people, but it's also them working and me being there in their presence helps me a lot, because they really influence me to get me to do more work and also get me to be more focused on my tasks. Because when I'm just alone in my house, sometimes I just start watching anime or I start watching Netflix in between code building, so it gets kind of rough because I feel like I'm not doing as much work. I've been able to get off work at around 3 to 4. So around 3 to 4, my friends and I have always planned to do something after work, so it's been really fun because we usually go surfing, rock climbing, go on photo shoots, we go on luau's, we go on boat rides, so it's been really cool so far. But yeah, every morning I usually wake up and I usually start checking my code. I have a desk inside my room, but I usually try not to work inside my room because 1, the Wi-Fi is pretty bad here, and 2, I try to work with other people. So I usually try to work in the big room and then the big table in the living room, and I usually try to basically start off by checking out some of the code that I've written the day before, checking my emails and checking my meetings. There's so many emails that are coming because everyone's making code changes, and there's just so many different things to keep in mind, because there's a lot of events and there's a lot of code that you don't want to miss. And so I've actually just got my first project that I'm working on for the team, and it's gonna be super exciting because I haven't really worked on my first project so far, or haven't really worked on a project so far. So having this first project is really helpful because it allows me to basically just learn more about the code system. And one thing that I keep in mind is that a lot of companies use different languages, and so the language that I'm using for this first project is actually something I've never used before, and so that's a little bit daunting because like I don't know how to do anything, but I wanted to learn as fast as I can, and it's a little bit stressful because they do give me a deadline. But one of the biggest perks about being in Hawaii so far is that the weather has been super amazing. It is currently February. It's been sunny every day, and I just basically been feeling really great because I think I get a little bit of seasonal depression, in which like if it's dark outside I just get really sad because I really need the sunlight to make me happier too. So being in Hawaii has been amazing so far. As a software engineer, the first thing that I did in the morning was always to eat a light breakfast consisting of a banana that we got from Costco. We actually almost got all our food from Costco, so thank God for Costco. But checking emails was the biggest thing in the morning because I would have tons of emails from people who were making changes to code that I had recently touched, or replying to people in their messages, because there's so many other teams out there that rely on the tools that we make, and thus they might have questions about how to use the tools, and therefore I need to help unblock them if they need help, since they have other tools that they need to create. Right now, I am actually having a call with some of my fellow engineers, and it's a weekly meetup call that I had set up because I wanted to keep in touch with people who I really haven't met yet because of COVID, but will be working with in the future. I really like to do these checkups with fellow engineers not on the team because it's a refresh from all the meetings that I get placed in, but it also helps me take a break from reading code. Things that I actually really liked about living in this house with the other software engineers, apart from all the stuff that we do together, was that we would always work together on a table. So I became actually a lot more productive since I work a lot better with other people around me than by myself. Coding is actually really hard sometimes, not because you have to write code, but because a lot of times nothing builds and it's really hard to get a working version on your phone or your test device, and that takes a lot of debugging, which is really confusing at times. How do you like working in Hawaii so far, Leslie?
I'm just on YouTube.
You're on YouTube? Oh, I just watched this! Yo, Vincent,
So,
how do you like working from Hawaii so far?
yeah, I'm on PTO.
You're on PTO?
Yeah.
Well, what about when you worked?
Dude, it was chill, man. It was chill. But the time zone, it could get a bit difficult. We have meetings at like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, so.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, for sure. How's working in Hawaii so far?
Aloha! I love PTO. Nice to look forward to PTO? No, it's nice to look forward to like going out after work, you know, because you're like work hard during the day and then after work, you know, you're doing something fun, so.
One thing that I really liked about living with my friends who were software engineers who had a lot more experience than me was the fact that they could help me on a lot of bugs that I needed help on, and I needed help on a ton of bugs. Okay, so usually for lunch, we would make pasta or we would go out and eat. Usually I get Subway or I try a new thing because there's actually a plaza that's really close to me, and it's super nice to just go out and walk during the day. But today I'm gonna make pasta because I don't feel like spending that much money because I've been spending so much money for dinner so far on all my dinners. We had hot pot yesterday, so I'm gonna make pasta and I'll see how it goes. I finally get to start writing code, but a lot of times when I'm eating, it's kind of hard for me to do work. So a lot of times when I'm having lunch where I'm eating, I always go on YouTube and look at people like Ali Abdaal or watch an anime in order to keep my mind off of things. And then right after that, it's back to coding. Hey, what's up guys? So I just finished working. Usually we finish around 2 to 4 p.m. and for those who are paid time off, they usually don't work. So they usually just do something while they wait for us to finish. And for those people who are working, we usually finish at around 4 p.m. with everybody. And usually at 4 p.m. we try to do a bunch of different things because we are in Hawaii and there's not that much time that we have. Today, we decided to go surfing. And now Hawaii is super amazing for surfing. It was actually my first time surfing this past month. And this is one thing I love about being a software engineer is that, you know, you can go to different places and then you can just do work, and then once you're done you can do different things. You can try to learn new skills at your free time or learn new hobbies, and this is something that I really couldn't do in any other field, so I'll see you there. Alright, got my gear set up, so it's time to go.
Let's go!
Someone's gotta stop this madness. When all this seems like it's okay, and all we feel is dead spit, we're on replay. And all these dreams where life's made are leaving out the people that we love. So slow down, we need to slow down.
Yay, let's go surfing!
Oh, we're about to go out. Hello, hello.
We just gotta spend it right. No one's gotta hold on you as long as you're still. Once upon a younger year, when all our shadows disappeared, the animals inside came out to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said,
You're the latch is falling out? Dude, the latch is falling out. Dude, the latch is gonna fall out. Oh, wow, that is sick!
You guys excited? Yeah! Hey.
How is it?
Oh my god.
That's you, dude.